Joining me here on the Nielsen Network is Pieter Bensch, Executive Vice President of Sage, Africa and Middle East. Thank you very much for your time, Pieter. Let's get a sense of where you are at the moment. Obviously, Sage reporting good results in a very unusual environment where many companies are actually seeing the opposite of that and delivering very, very unsatisfactory results.
Good morning, Bronwyn, and thanks for this opportunity. Yes, we are very pleased with our results over the last 12 months with our financial year ending in September 2020. We showed 11.8% growth in recurring revenue in the region, taking our recurring revenue to just over £100 million, so just over 2 billion rand, and 13.8% growth year on year on subscription revenue, which means we now have around 84% of our customer base on subscription contracts, which is the first step in becoming a software as a service company, because subscription is what is the basis of SaaS, right? So we're very pleased with that. Given that we all had this COVID disruption in business operations globally, we were first out the blocks to have a remote workforce. So we had more than 1,000 colleagues in South Africa working remotely off the cuff, so straight off within a week of lockdown.
So very much this digital underpin led to this firm sense of business continuity within the Sage fold.
I would say so. One of the contributing factors, I think. The other contributing factor, a lot of growth in our small and medium business. We've also seen good retention rates. We retained 98% of our customer base, which is normally what we'll do in a normal year. So retaining 98% of our customer base during this time has also been a great achievement for us.
And Pieter, have you seen, in terms of your businesses that obviously are your customers, the small and medium enterprises, or have they been crying out for help over this period?
Ronan, from the outset, we tried to help our customers. We first started by we have a very comprehensive training portfolio, which we've charged a premium for in the past. So as soon as lockdown started, the same week, we made that full portfolio available for free. And that's not just only Sage training, it's training on Excel and Word and everything else. So that was very well accepted by our customers. We also helped our customers throughout COVID where they had couldn't pay and on a one-on-one basis arrange payment plans for customers. So we have helped our customers. We've also seen a spur of new companies starting up. And I guess this is small companies starting up to try and sell masks or everything else, right? So and needing
entrepreneurs are born in difficult times, aren't they?
Absolutely, and we've seen that. So that was also a good news story for us.
When it comes to, and I think you service around 3 million customers globally, given the geographic diversity of the group across the world, are there any elements or territories that have been under undue pressure, or are you seeing the same performance across all geographies?
We've seen similar performance across all geographies. We've seen good performance out of the US and the UK, which are our largest markets. We've seen good performance out of Germany, France, Spain. So although our region did the best performance, we did see great performance from many of the other regions. And I guess it's because of what we are, right? A financial system and a payroll system is at the crux of any business or the core of it. So it's important to keep that going while you keep your business going.
And the outlook. So Pieter, all the CEOs that I've been interviewing to this point, it's all been on the focus of where we go from here, given the uncertainty. Of course, again, just bringing to our audience's attention that yours is a very different story, delivering such robust results over this period.
I see the outlook as positive, even in South Africa. I think for South Africa itself, I'm very pleased to see some of the infrastructure investments coming to pass from government. We see some big businesses also investing and rebuilding some of the infrastructure. So that gives me a lot of hope that small business would really thrive in this kind of environment. And that makes us happy. And with us moving to a software as a service, or what we call cloud native software environment, we're very optimistic about the future to say this is the future in software. Making it easier for customers to do business. That's what our objective is.
90% of your business, when we look at the Africa context, is in South Africa, with the other 10% in rest of Africa. You're utilizing a distribution model in those territories, i.e. looking for partners on the ground. Do you think that you'll see a swing in that growth, in that share of growth between South Africa and the rest of Africa, or are you happy with the status quo?
We hope to see a swing of growth, not major growth. We don't expect double-digit or big growth out of Africa, although we will see growth. Our distribution model in Africa and Middle East is still new, getting off the ground. In the Middle East, we've seen growth out of our distribution model for the first time in our last quarter, so we hope to see that continue into our fiscal 21 starting now. So I'm optimistic for growth in Africa, but I'm more optimistic for better growth in South Africa.
Pieter, thank you so much for your time. I've been chatting to Pieter Bensch, Executive Vice President of Sage Africa and Middle East.